Okay, everyone, thank you for coming to the Zapier workflow automation workshop. I'm gonna go over how to use Zapier and show you guys a few automations I'm using myself to automate stuff like social media workflow stuff, other stuff like that. For example, I would be spending a lot of time on social media, posting on all these different platforms when the SBA posts something, but I have a Zapier automation that automatically will post the Instagram posts from the Space Business Association Instagram to LinkedIn to Facebook. And I also have an automation that posts the YouTube videos we upload to LinkedIn, Facebook, and other apps like that. So it can definitely save you time because you guys all know it's really annoying creating separate posts for all of these different types of different types of platforms when you post on one platform and you want to get it to your followers on different platforms. And Zoom people, if you have any questions, just feel free to raise your hand, unmute, and I will be taking questions throughout. So this is more of an interactive meeting. So when you're going through this, we're going to first, I'll give you an overview of Zapier, and then together we're going to build our own automated social media posts. So right here, this is my Zapier for the SBA. It's the free version. So you can have up to 5 zaps on the free version. I'll show you the paid version later on, but this is the internal workings of the social media content within the SBA. So we have this channel in Discord for social media. Gonna try to move this because it's super annoying. We have this channel in Discord for social media posts. So when we do our social media posts, it automatically gets sent to Discord in the social media channel. As you can see, we have a bot with the SBA logo, Space Business Association bot. You can name your bot whatever you want. And these are all of our Instagram posts. Whenever we post, it will automatically be sent there. So we're going to go over that one first, which is Instagram plus Discord to Discord for the SBA. And if you guys are following along, you want to set something up like this, we will upload this YouTube video, this meeting as a YouTube video. So if you miss something or I'm going too fast, you can go back and rewatch that. So this is our Zap right here. The trigger is when new media is posted in whatever Instagram account you have connected. And side note, you do have to own the Instagram account to connect it. You have to have the password to connect the Instagram account. So you couldn't connect a random Instagram account. But this right here, you would click this to connect your Instagram. And then the event, new media posted to my account. There's a bunch of different events you could choose from. I'll go over working it from scratch later. So then this is the account section right here. You would just connect your account, click continue, and then you could test it. So we're going to find new records, and it's going to search the Instagram for new records, recent posts. So here's the Instagram post for today's workshop. So we found that record. We're going to continue with that selected record. And then we have it connected to our Discord. So the event type is send message and channel. So we chose the app, which is Discord. We could change it if we wanted to, like Pinterest or whatever, Facebook. And then we chose the event type, send a message in a certain channel. We connected the account Space Business Association Discord. And the action is going to be, we choose the channel right here that we want to send the message in. So social media channel. And then message, this is the contents of the message. So message text. It will basically, when you go here, you can pull data from the Instagram post itself. So you could pull the caption, you can pull the permanent link. I always recommend pulling the permanent link because that's where you get the embedded thumbnail. So if you want your image to also be sent in there, and you can pull the username, media stuff. You can ignore timestamp ID. You could pull the thumbnail URL, and that would also pull up the image for you. But I like pulling the permalink because that when you click on the image, it will bring you to the post. So then ping users, and everyone mentions, you can put this to true or false. Doesn't really matter. Text to speech, false, unless you want it announced every single time. Bot name, you can write a bot name here if you wanted to, or just use the account's username. I chose in this instance to use the Instagram username. And then bot icon, all you have to do to add your own bot icon is copy and paste the image URL. So I could change it if I found an image, dragged it on my desktop, got the link to the image, and I pasted it right here. That will give you this beautiful little bot called space business _ ASU. And then as you can see, that's the username right there and the permalink. And the permalink basically shows you a little snapshot of what the post is. It has the caption, and then the image. And then you just click on it and it takes you to the Instagram. So that is how to connect Instagram and Discord. Now you'll find out that a lot of these kind of work the same way. So I'll start brushing over some stuff that I already showed you. But I'll show you it anyway. We have Instagram to Facebook, which is basically the same thing. I'm gonna go into that and show you how it works. I believe right now, since Facebook bought Instagram, you could automate it through their platform. I haven't really played around with that too much. I just use Zapier for it because it's much easier. And so I'm just gonna edit existing draft so I can show you guys what's going on here. So we have the app. The app is the Instagram connected. New media posted to my account, just like we saw before. We can connect our account right here. And then we could test it if we wanted to. So we could find new records, test it. Basically, same thing, a mirror of what we had last time. And then let's check out the Facebook. So in this instance, we wanted to post to the Space Business Association Facebook page. So it says we choose the event to create a page post. And then our account we're posting through is my Facebook page, which I created my account and I'm the owner of the SBA Facebook page. So it's posted through my account. If you have admin controls on a Facebook page, it doesn't really matter. You could use your account or whatever. So we choose the page we want it to post on, which is the WP Carey Space Business Association page. And same thing right here. We have the username, caption. I actually forgot to add the permalink here. Probably why our Facebook has like no one following it. And then we have the permalink. So wait, nope, I have the permalink in there under link URL. So link URL, I chose the permalink because basically does the same thing as Discord. And it will post it straight to Facebook. So super simple, super easy to do. These are some of the free things you can do right now. If you're part of a board of a different student organization, have your own company or whatever you're involved in, you can set up these automations, kind of save yourself time from posting on a bunch of different platforms. So right here, this is our calendar connected to Discord. So as some of you guys may know, we have our broadcast channel, and whenever a guest speaker will book a meeting, one of our meeting slots, it will automatically be posted into our broadcast channel. So this is the bot, new speaker inbound, new guest speaker, Ryan, WPRA SBA. Didn't mean to do that. And then we'll have the date. And then manually, I will add the details, but it will automatically post the Zoom link and the bare bone information. So I don't have to. So it's pretty cool, and it notifies everyone when there's a guest speaker. For example, Jihani Lee booked in person, so there is no Zoom link. It's just the address and the date and time. Jihani Lee is the CEO of Catalyst Space. I wouldn't miss that meeting if I were you. It's going to be great. We're going to have a joint event with DECA, which is a WP professional organization, and we'll have free Chipotle at that one. So this is just an example of the calendar linked to Discord. So new event matching, searching Google Calendar. That's our trigger. So our app is calendar. New event matching search. Our account is my personal account. And then our trigger is my calendar I use. And then the search term is Space Business Association, because that's the only term that pops up when guest speakers book something. So it will automatically take an event that matches the search term Space Business Association, and it will send it to Discord. So we can test it. We have our events right here. We can find new records if we want to. So this one is basically just a test event I had earlier on. This is also a test event. Anyways, it's not finding new records, but it does work because the Discord does have the speaker events do populate in there. So then I connected it to Discord. The event is send a message in channel, send a channel message. Our account is going to be the same, Space Business Association Discord. Our action is going to be to send it to the broadcast channel, and we're going to have our message right here. So new guest speaker booking, exclamation mark. And then we're going to have a summary, basically the calendar summary when they book. If you guys are wondering, I use Calendly to send out speakers booking information. Then it's going to find the location under Google Calendar, and it's going to find the time of the event. So then we could also add the description if we wanted to. I chose to leave that out because my description is super long. It has like the Zoom link and then information from the event, a bunch of information for the guest speakers, Q&A, their Q&A answers. And at the end, when I do add this in, it does end up being too long for Zapier to send to Discord. Like Discord has that message limit, so I just add it manually because I also get an email when they book something. But that's how you connect your calendar to Discord. So I added ping users as false. I'm gonna send that to true because that's actually very important. Text to speech is false. Bot name is new speaker inbound, and the bot icon is the SBA logo, which here, this is the link to the SBA logo. And we're going to test this right now and see what happens. So we got that little green check mark right there. and we're going to publish this Zap. It's publishing. And boom, it's published. And we should have, yep, right here. We have a new booking from me. I believe it did a test of when I tested it as a booking for myself. So I'm just going to delete that because it's going to confuse people who aren't in this meeting. So that's a really good productivity thing. For example, if you had something added to your calendar, if you have a bunch of calendars connected to your personal calendar, as you saw, it searches for the term Space Business Association, but you could search for any term like ENT, Real 5, your entrepreneurship class, or something like that. And then you could connect it not only to Discord, but to something else, maybe scheduling, a different scheduling app that you actually use. And then if something changes on your Google Calendar for school, it'll automatically be sent to that scheduling app you have. Any questions so far? Okay.
What are some uses of app greater than for clubs? Maybe like
No, I use it for my work.
Yeah, whatever other applications.
You have to play background music because if I turn on this, then my voice is going to be projected from those speakers.
I don't know. What do you guys think in the room? Do you guys think, as far as applications go, like
kind of just look at the drop down and there's all that applicable applications that
I'll show you guys that
in
next.
terms of using Zapier, like what's something that you could foresee in the future, maybe using it for
just workflow production.
So
solve the trivial tasks from being done by the workers.
exactly.
how new is Zapier? This is the first one I've heard of.
Zapier has been out for a long time. I've been using it for a while. So it integrates with 5,000 plus apps, Gmail. You can filter stuff. You can integrate with Slack, MailChimp for your startups, HubSpot for your startups, Notion, Facebook Leads, which is a premium thing, Google Drive, Google Forms. There are a million things you could do with Zapier. There's Airtable, Stripe, coding by Zapier, SMS, so you could send text messages, automatically automated Facebook pages, Webflow, which I'll show you how to integrate GPT with Webflow to create automated blogs from RSS feeds. Salesforce, Shopify, Instagram, Zoom. The possibilities are endless with this. Dolly, they are endless. Okay, so I got sidetracked a little bit. Let's get back into it. You're using Zapier? Yeah. What do you use it for? To your Discord or what?
No, like anything that's posted on our Facebook, it's posted for Instagram or Instagram. And any video gets posted as YouTube short reel or Instagram.
Nice. You'll have to show me how you do the real thing because I haven't gotten into that yet. But just like M said, we have those connections with like Instagram, Discord, Facebook, YouTube to Discord. It's basically just the same thing as this Instagram to Discord and YouTube to Discord. Set up the same way, just like the Calendly. It will get repetitive if I show you it again, but here's a unique one. This is how I connect Zapier. Actually, that's the wrong one. This is how I connect Zapier to my LinkedIn. So LinkedIn connection is a little weird with Zapier. You have to use a third-party application. But Once you get the hang of that third-party application, it's super easy. This is automated blogs. I'll show you guys that later. But these are my personal zaps I use for my social media stuff. So I work for a company called Re-Up Living, and I want all the Re-Up Living Instagram posts to be posted on my LinkedIn because it just increases my activity on LinkedIn, which gets me more followers, more outreach, stuff like that. I also run the SBA, so I want all the SBA posts to be posted to my personal LinkedIn as well. So we went from an organizational level of how I use Zapier for the SBA organization stuff to a personal level, how I use Zapier to automate my personal social media posts. So right here, we'll have the same thing. We set up Instagram in the same way. New post from my Instagram account, which is the SBA Instagram. I get that new post. The app in event is new post. Account is going to be the SBA Instagram. We'll go down to the trigger is new post. So then we could test that, find new records, and we'll find the most recent ones. That's the reel I posted recently. And then we'll add it to a queue in Buffer. Buffer is basically a post scheduling app. So in this Zap, it doesn't post the post immediately. So with Buffer, it will automatically choose a random time to post this post. And I'll show you Buffer's interface right now. It's a social media toolkit for like small businesses and personal use. It will choose a random time like 12 p.m. the next day, or it will choose a random productive time. It won't choose like 3 a.m., but it will choose a good time the next day or in a couple days. So here's the publishing page for Buffer. Nothing is, as you can see, these are what have been in the queue. Since I haven't posted anything recently, I posted this reel on like Tuesday. So it posted on Wednesday the next day at 2 p.m. Thursday, I didn't post anything today, so there's nothing in the queue for Thursday. But on Sunday, I posted this on Instagram. Or on Saturday, I posted this Sun Devil Sync advertisement, and it automatically posted to my Instagram or to my LinkedIn account the next day. So how I did that is I clicked new channel, and I connected a new social media channel into Buffer. So I could connect YouTube if I wanted to, Facebook, Instagram, everything you need. It's got TikTok. You could even create your own start page. So it's just a landing page, kind of like Linktree. And then you got Pinterest, Shopify, all the necessities. So I connected the SBA Instagram to Buffer, and the event is add it to queue. So when there's a post, we'll add it to the Buffer queue. The account is going to be my Buffer account. The action, you can create marketing campaigns in this. If you don't have a marketing campaign, it's fine. You don't have to choose anything there. But I connected my LinkedIn as a channel. So it's going to post to my personal LinkedIn. And then I chose under Instagram, it's going to take all of the data from that Instagram post. So I want the caption to be the first thing on the top of the post. You can add your custom text. So I chose like new post from the SBA follow at, and then the Space Business Association Instagram. On Instagram, stay connected to industry professionals. And then I have some hashtags to help with it being seen, relevant hashtags. And I have my permalink at the bottom. It's always important to incorporate your permalink because that's how you're gonna get the image to show up on your LinkedIn account. So it's gonna be really boring if you don't have an image to go with your recent post. You always want. For buffer, I'm not sure. I haven't looked into that. But I'm sure there are. So right here, here's an example of the SBA posted. The hashtags are working perfectly. It has the caption from Instagram right here. And then this is more of the caption, directions on how to join on Sunbelt with Sync. And then the permalink is right here. So then that populates the image right here. So I didn't have to do anything except post from the SBA Instagram. And if M posted something on the SBA Instagram, it would automatically post to my LinkedIn, and so on. So it's great if you have a team posting consistently. Then it looks like your personal account is also posting consistently without you doing any work. Once you get the hang of Zapier, it's super easy. I just took like a night to do it. I did a bunch of research on Zapier, and I just learned the basics, and then I wanted to get more in depth into Zapier, see what I could really do with it, which I'll show you something really cool that I was able to figure out on Zapier by watching a couple YouTube videos. And that's how to create automated blog posts with GBT and Zapier. So I'll show you guys how that works in a second. But does anyone have any questions on Buffer and posting to LinkedIn? Because it is, you can do that with the free version because it's only like a 1-1. When the chain becomes more than 2, then you would have to pay. But if it's just like Instagram to Buffer, Instagram to Facebook, you don't have to pay. So I also have that for the Instagram for Re-Up Living, which is the same exact setup, just a different Instagram account. I have the SBA Instagram to the SBA page, so it will also be posted the same exact setup. It's just connected to the Space Business Association page. So it's not me posting, it's the page posting when Instagram gets posted. And then right here, this is my newsletter on LinkedIn called Space 10. Every single Monday, I take the top 10 space news posts and put them into a top 10 list, and I'll post it on LinkedIn. It just helps the follower stuff. It helps me stay up to date on the space industry. I realized I didn't know like all of the great space news that was consistently coming out. So every Monday I'll go and create the Space 10 newsletter using ChatGPT. And I want the Space 10 newsletter to be posted to the SBA Discord. So how am I going to do that? Since LinkedIn doesn't have an RSS feed, I use the application called Browse AI. Browse AI is able to monitor any page on the internet for changes. So, for example, I'm monitoring my personal newsletter page. So if we go to my account and then we go to my newsletter, I'll show you the page Browse AI is currently monitoring. Nope, that is the wrong thing. And that's actually the company of the guest speaker that's coming next meeting. So this is the newsletter, Space 10. all I really have to do is create the art for Space 10. GBT creates all of the descriptions, stuff like that. And I have to manually put in the links because GBT is kind of weird with that. I haven't figured out a workaround yet. But it has a top 10 list with a brief description of the news article. So you can get your daily dose or your weekly dose of space news in an easily digestible way. And then if you want to read more, you can click on the link and go to the article. I've ran into a problem with that once or twice, and I've had to edit it. I try to fact check it. But yeah, sometimes it is unreliable because GPT will word it in a certain way that's false. Like, oh, this rocket has been the top rocket for decades when it really hasn't. So it will just word it in a way that gets clicks, but like it's false information. So it's monitoring this page. So when there's a new post, it will grab it will grab the title and the image, and it's an extension on your Google Chrome, which I don't have it on this account. I have it on a different account. But if you want to look into Browse AI, it's free, but you will run into a paywall if you're monitoring something that posts frequently. It has like a credit system that renews every month, just like Zapier does, but Zapier gives you a lot more credits for the free version. So if you're just doing like Instagram to Discord, Instagram to Facebook, you won't have to deal with a paywall at all. Unless you're posting a lot on Instagram, then you can max out your zaps for a month. But right here, it's send a message in the Discord channel. So I connected the Browse AI, execute task. So I said, Browse AI, I want you to monitor this page every single Monday at a certain time. So it will check for changes on that page every Monday, and I post every Monday, so it will see a change and it will pick up that change, and it will extract the data from the Space 10 LinkedIn page. And if it extracts it successfully, it will move on and it will send it over to Discord. So here's the most recent one. It executed this on August 12th. We could find new records. So September 14th, this was Monday, or this is today, but this is a post from Monday. It found that one, which is amazing. And then we wanted to send a message in Discord. So we connect it to Discord, all normal stuff. You've seen this 1,000 times. We want the channel to be the Space 10 newsletter channel. And then I added some custom text. That's always going to be there. And then it's going to get the job captured list, the title, and it's going to get the list. So the link. I've run into a problem that the link keeps getting longer and longer. So I might, since I have the pro version, I might add another program right here that shortens the link, and then I'll replace it right there. I'll try to troubleshoot that later, but it does work. I'm gonna run into problems when I get into the character limit on Discord, but I'll show you what I'm talking about because it looked like it was working perfectly when I first started it, but the hyperlink keeps getting longer and longer because it's taking every single hyperlink for some reason, but it's only posting the most recent one, but it's like threading all the hyperlinks together. So here's the Space 10 newsletter channel. As you can see, the hyperlink is massive, and it's got all the titles from the articles embedded or something. But this is the most recent version. So this was the one before, as you can see, the hyperlink gradually gets larger and larger as we go. So I'm gonna have to figure out a workaround around that, but it does do what it's supposed to do. So that's great. And now let's get into the juicy stuff. Automated blogs with GPT. This right here, it took me a while to figure out, but I got it working, and I'll show you an example of the automated blogs it's been able to produce. But first, we're going to go over how it works. So I had to turn it off because I'm using the free version of Webflow. The website I'm using isn't really built up. It's for my Founders Lab startup, which is the extension of the SBA. It's going to be a podcast that takes the SBA guest speakers and gives them a larger platform to talk about space stuff. So that's going to be super cool. It's going to be less educational and more entertainment based. So we're going to be talking about more taboo topics like space teleportation and quantum entanglement, stuff like that, rather than career related topics. So that's a really exciting project that I've been working on with my team. And I wanted to create auto blogs to increase our SEO capabilities. So search engine optimization. So optimize our website. So when you type in something space related, our website is one of the first ones that pops up. So we have this Zap called RSS feed. So it's RSS by Zapier. It's going to take an does everyone here know what an RSS feed is? RSS feeds are basically, you can find it for any news channel or something has an RSS feed. So like CNN, RSS feed. RSS feed, it's going to be when something is posted, it's basically kind of like code blocks of the posted content. So so it's going to be like you could copy this URL of an RSS feed and it will post stuff for you. So for example, our broadcast channel takes a couple RSS feeds of space news organizations and automatically posts it to Discord. So you could read up on the daily space news. So this is what RSS feed does. It will take the link and you can repurpose that link for whatever use you want it to. A lot of people use it for like posting their favorite content on their Facebook page or something. So something like CNN or TechCrunch, I want that to be posted on my Facebook page. So I would get the RSS feed and plug it into an application that auto posts it. So I used a different application for this right here, not Zapier, because Zapier would just fill up on its tasks if I posted daily RSS feeds in the Discord. There's some free applications for RSS feeds to like Discord or something like that. Just look up connect an RSS feed to and on the app you want to connect it to. And there's some free applications for that. Just super simple coded stuff. But I want to take the RSS feeds from my favorite organizations, which is TechCrunch and Space News. So I have the TechCrunch RSS feed, and RSS feeds are usually just the website URL and then slash feed slash. So TechCrunch is techcrunch.com, and then the category, we want the space category, and then we want the feed from it. So it's going to be slash feed slash. Space News is all space, so we just want the entire website. So Space News slash feed slash. I can add up to 10 RSS feeds, I believe, or yeah, maximum of 10. I used to have 5 right here. I removed 3 of them because it was just creating way too many blog posts on a daily basis because these companies post on a daily basis. But yes,
What's the difference between starting this and your blog?
this is going to repurpose the content they post to make original content. So they're going to be covering the same story. It's just going to steal the content from this news organization and rewrite it with ChatGPT and post it on your own. So you're covering the same story, just in different words. Get past plagiarism, get past all that, and just increase your SEO. So there is not really a difference there. You're just trying to get your page seen. So when someone looks up this story, your page will pop up next to TechCrunch and CNN Space Q. So it's just a little hack to increase SEO. Now that's the cool thing about GPT, which we'll go into. I have a hot take GPT prompt in here too. So GPT will give its own opinion on the news article, which is pretty cool. So right here we have the trigger, get that RSS feed. The trigger is a new item and feed, different URL, which is recommended. So it will check if there's a new URL in there, and then boom, it triggers. So then we would click continue. I don't know what that was referring to, but. And then we want GPT to first create the post body. So how are we going to do that? We're going to connect GPT to this RSS feed. So event is conversation. So it's just like if you were to have a conversation with ChatGPT. We're going to click continue. I'm going to connect my personal GPT account. And the action right here, this is where it gets a little tricky. We want to get the description from the RSS feed. So that description is going to be this, which is the small meta description from the RSS feed. And we're going to use GPT Turbo. Memory key, you can leave blank. User is just user, it doesn't really matter. Assistant name is just assistant. You can name your assistant if you wanted to. And then our prompt is your helpful assistant that summarizes news articles in an insightful, witty, and future-oriented way. Start with a breakdown of the article's key points. Make each key point a heading. Include a summary and analysis of each key point in separate paragraphs. And include closing paragraphs with your hot take. Always make the headings and the paragraphs within HTML tags. Include heading 1, 2, 3, 4 code tags in your final output. Don't include heading tags for key points. Max tokens, recommend 250. Temperature, just keep that at 1. Top peak, keep that at 1. I don't know what these really mean. The higher values will make your output more random. You don't want your output to be more random, so just keep it at 1. So then we have our assistant. It's going to get that message. It's going to get our user message, which is this. And then we're going to test this step. So it's thinking. It's still thinking. Wi-Fi is a little weird here. Okay. And then we have our output, a sustainable approach to space exploration. First paragraph, second paragraph, it's in these HTML paragraph codes. Heading 3, another paragraph, heading 3. Boom, hot take at the end. Intersection between sustainability and space represents an exciting new frontier of humanity, blah, blah, blah. Explore new frontiers beyond Earth. And then we have and that's our last paragraph. So totally new content created by ChatGPT from just a simple RSS feed. So if it's a blog post, we're also going to want an image. So we're going to want GPT to create an image description, which we're going to use in DALL-E later. So we're going to get the title this time from the RSS feed. We're going to use ChatGPT Turbo. You could use 4 if you wanted to. Doesn't really make a difference. All of this is the same. The instruction is just different. Your helpful assistant that creates images based on article titles. Create a brief visual description of what image should look like for this title. Make it realistic with an artistic pop. So you could say make it comic book related, or make it like graffiti type, or whatever you wanted. I chose to go the realistic route. And then same thing here, keep those the same. And you're going to want to generate a unique title. Same thing here. All that is the same. You're going to take the body, the post body you generated in the first one called GPT post body. You're going to take that, and that's going to be your message. GPT-3, same thing. All of this is the same, but this time you're going to say you're a Webflow title generator. Create a concise title for blog posts that is catchy and optimized for search engines. Remove all HTML from the response. Don't use any quotes. That just is regulation right there, so it doesn't come up with something weird. And then we're going to create a meta description optimized summary. So when you're sending it to Webflow, this is going to be what the meta description is. You're going to take the user reply for, I believe it was number 2. Yeah, it was the post body. You're going to take the user reply for post body. So, for example, I'll show you how to find it. Number 2, we're going to look for ignore everything. All you want is a reply. You can ignore all of this. The only thing that matters is the reply. This looks all super confusing, but the only thing that matters is the reply. It confused me at first, but once you get that down, it's super simple. And then here's our instructions for the meta description. Your helpful assistant that creates search engine optimized meta descriptions. Create a meta description optimized for Google from the article summary provided. Make it 2 sentences, because generally the meta descriptions, Google can only fit 2 sentences. You say create a search engine optimized. You make it 2 sentences. You don't want it to cram keywords. So you could add a clause in the article, in the assistant instructions, that says, don't cram keywords. I haven't ran into any problems with that. But sometimes Google will flag your website if you cram keywords. And then right here, we want to generate an image for the blog post. So we're going to take our image description we generated in GPT number 3 and send it to DALL-E. So our event type is generate image. We connected the app DALL-E. That's my DALL-E account. And then we're going to take the response from number 3 right there. So we just want the response. N is 1. This number of variations. So we only want 1 image. And the size, this is the max size you can have. So then it would create that image, and the output would be the image link. and Dolly images expire within 2 hours. So we're gonna want to upload that image to Google Drive. So the image link doesn't expire when you finally post it. So the image is saved. So this right here, Dolly, is gonna be sent to Google Drive. So our event is upload a file. The account is gonna be my personal Google Drive. The action is gonna be in my drive. We're gonna want to upload the file. So file is gonna be the image URL for Dolly. And then file name is gonna be, I wanted to organize it, so I'm gonna take number 4, which is the GBT post title, and I'm gonna name that image the title of the blog post, just for organization reasons. And finally, I know I've been talking for a while, and you want to see this all come together perfectly. We're gonna send it over to Webflow. So Webflow is gonna take all of the information and put it into a blog post on the website. So our site is Nova 6. Our collection in Webflow is Nova 6 News. We're taking the post body. For the blog post, it's going to be the reply from number 2, which, as you remember, number 2 generated our post body. Post summary is going to be the reply from number 5, which generates a concise meta description for the post. So that's going to be the meta description. It's just name something else. Your image is going to be the link from Google Drive. So you're going to want to get the thumbnail link from Google Drive for your thumbnail image and your main image. Thumbnail image is just where you were, for example, to share it to Discord. You know how there's that little image under your message after you share the link. That's the thumbnail image. Now, you don't want it to be featured, because every single post will be featured on your Webflow if you turn that to be true. If for organization reasons, you could assign a color to it. We want our name to be the title we generated, so GBT title right here. Name, title, same thing. Slug, you're going to leave blank because the slug is going to be automatically generated from the name. So slug is basically your URL. So if we were to type in like space business association, you see how there's these pluses right here. Sometimes they're dashes. That's your slug. It's gonna be the URL. So Webflow will automatically generate a slug for you. I chose archive to be false and draft to be false. You could choose it to be a draft if you want to look it over. And then I'll show you some of the blog posts it's created using GPT. Sorry, this Zoom thing is in my way. So yeah, I haven't designed this website very much, but there's a very bad design. I have someone else design the website who hasn't gotten to this part of the website yet. But as you can see, we have our title generated by ChatGPT. We have our image right here, which is a pretty good graphic generated by AI of Earth. We have our title right here. We have our headings, cost-effective satellites. We have another heading, more information about it. And then the hot take, so the opinion on it. And that's a totally AI generated blog post. Pretty cool. Sometimes you're going to get weird stuff because Dolly likes to make up words in the image. This is actually a pretty good image for landing on the moon's surface. But let me show you one of the weirder ones. Like this post created. Nope. That's a pretty good image. There's a couple posts that the image will make up words. But for the most part, it will create pretty good images like this. So you don't have to generate art yourself. Yeah, so for this satellite conference, it created this image, which isn't English and is super weird. So you're gonna want to sift through your blog posts and make sure it doesn't create some weird image like this. But for the most part, it does create some pretty cool images. Like this nice satellite image. And yeah, if anyone on Zoom has any questions, feel free to raise your hand. What time is it? Okay. I know we said we would build one together, but I'm gonna post this on YouTube and you guys can build it yourself. Basically, if you want to create automated blog posts, the link back to this video, create it yourself. If you don't have to, basically what we would be doing to build automated social media posts without doing anything, we would do the exact same thing here, but instead of connecting Webflow, we would connect something like LinkedIn or Instagram. So it's the exact same thing. It's just the application you connect it to at the end is going to be a different application. So thank you guys all for coming. Before you leave, write your name down here. We're doing an SBA reward system. So for in-person attendance, we're going to give out rewards like free t-shirts, free SBA branded water bottles, stuff like that. The big prizes are going to be yet to be decided. We're thinking of like gift cards or something like that. Thanks for attending on Zoom, guys.
Hi.
You got a Tango Club?